is Maria, and for my final project, I decided to interview Francisco Valdez from Mexique Restaurant. This is located on West Town. This is Chicago Avenue in Ashland, and it's the restaurant I'm currently doing my internship in. I went in for the interview and I had prepared 9 different questions all about the different topics that our guideline had, and I pretty much tried to cover all of them. When I asked him, the first question that I asked him was how many years he has been in the industry for, and he said he's been in the industry for 12 years, and he's worked at Mexique for around 3 years. Mexique it's a part of Kendall College internship site lists, so he gets to train a lot of students and practically on a daily basis. And when I asked him all these questions, he was very professional, and it's really interesting to interview people from the industry, because you really find out what they really like, what they think, and how they become leaders, and how they build up this motivation to be supervisors and to be mentors. Basically, with all the questions, we started talking about how, first of all, he's so passionate about what he does, and also, first of all, what was one of the biggest challenges in this industry, and he straight up just answered with 3 words. It was work-life balance. He said it's all about how you lose the social aspect of your life, and you work long hours, and being married and having kids or a girlfriend, and it's mostly having a social challenge. He talked about how, like I said before, it's long hours, and you work on weekends, so you miss out on a lot of events that go on weekends. And it's basically a sacrifice for your social life. He has been in the industry for 12 years, and he has learned from his mistakes, like everyone does. Like with anything in life, he said that it's really not about how many mistakes you make, it's about moving forward and learning from them. And we all make mistakes, and accepting them and learning from them is what's important. When I asked him about his personal philosophy and how to manage people, he said it's all about empowering people. He doesn't like to treat people like children, because we're all adults, and when he asks for something to be done, it has to be done, because he's not a babysitter. And his philosophy differs from his boss, in this case, Chef Carlos Gaitan, owner and chef of Mexique Restaurant. I mean, he could be a little bit more strict, but he really doesn't believe in being that strict. He said people do not respond to this, and he prefers to be this way. He has been a mentor for a lot of students, and it has worked. One of the most important things is that he is grateful for everything that he's done, because he hears from all the people that he's taught before, and that shows him that he's doing something right. And it's pretty much the biggest enjoyment he has, and it went hand in hand with different questions that I had for him, and the next one was about motivation, and how he says everyone's different, so it's pretty much just changing his technique for everyone, and building future leaders, future chefs. And being a leader, you need to understand how a person works and how a person is. And after that, we talked about how we compared his beginning of his career with how he is right now, and he is very confident about his cooking and very confident about his skills. He's really, really good when it comes to making up menus. And this I've seen with different events that we've had at the restaurant. He comes up with menus it's so fast, and he has so much creativity, and he has been learning this year by year with different mentors that he had also. He really likes it, and for him, he basically said he doesn't need a motivation. For him, it's not about the money or that, it's just something that he enjoys and he likes, and he's happy about doing that. He said everyone's different, and you need to know your staff, and some might be motivated by money, others because they get the, the chance to be creative, and some people it's just because they don't know how to do anything else. So you need to cope with each and every one of those and bring together your technique and help everyone else. After that, he said that sometimes it's not fun being in the industry. People need to understand also that it's not about watching the Food Network and how it works on TV. It's really about what goes behind it, and how you have to do long hours, you have to prep, kitchen's gonna be hot, and there's probably not gonna be a lot of people helping. So you also need to be able to work with that and how it's going to change your way of thinking when you're working in the kitchen. After that, we finished the questions. So we started talking about different things, and he started saying how he worked with two different French chefs, and that pushed him, and that helped him a lot to be where he is right now. He said also it's about working as a team, and how some are going to be stronger and others are going to be weaker inside the kitchen, and you have to be, if you're one of the stronger ones, you need to be able to carry the weight for others, and it's all about the team, so you have to work together. He also, after that, also mentioned again that being strict for him does not work. Being yelled in front of everyone does not get you what you want from people, and he really doesn't use that kind of treatment with others. He said his job is basically to get the most out of everyone he's working with, and he needs to get out the most for the restaurant. And if you like your job, you should just work harder and not be embarrassed and not be treated like you're not part of a team. And it's basically about treating people like adults. It was really interesting to hear him say how it's not, even though he had a classic way, he learned everything in a classic way from French people, he has changed it a lot to how he teaches everyone else, but that it's pretty much about the baby steps and how you need to start learning from school, where you learn your basics, and once you go out there, you start learning more and more, learning from your chefs, learning from your different jobs, and that's just gonna make you more responsible and build you to where you want to be. That was my interview with Francisco Valdez, sous chef at Mexique, and my name is Maria Sierra, and this is my final project. Thank you.